Like, where for out thou?
She's gonna do that all day.
Well, good afternoon, ladies. What do you think, baby?
What do you recommend, Katherine?
Well, we have filet of clam snake and a cold and boiling bacon.
How do you make that?
And cold and boiling bacon, of course.
What else?
Well, we got iron, new, and total crop.
What else?
Well, we got wool bake, served in a tongue of God, of course.
Of course.
And we also have apple pork blind wing.
Blind worm steak sounds good.
Gives me heart.
Well, how about the lily leg of wing served with mixed green salad?
I'll have the eye of milk.
Good choice.
I think I'll have the same, along with a side of tongue.
And how would you like your tongue, Miss Anna?
Attached to man.
Anything to drink?
I'll have a flagon of sow's blood.
And you, Miss Julia?
How about a boyfriend who actually shows up?
Gotta be extra.
Because when are you dating Romeo?
With the nice quality overnight?
I thought you were dating that other boy.
You mean Paris?
He's hot. I love Paris when he sizzles.
I don't remember the last time I saw Paris.
So how long into this Romeo
Been getting it on.
been getting it on?
We're not getting it on.
Then what's the point?
Like, we just met.
Julia's right. A relationship takes time to grow, to mature.
The real problem is,
Alright, now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. What's her name?
what's whose name?
The real problem. What's her name?
There's nobody else.
There's always somebody else. And up until my latest surgical procedure, I'm happy to say the real problem was usually me.
The real problem is, he's a monster.
Oh, crap.
Exactly. Our families hate each other.
Tell me about it.
Your family hates each other too?
His side's fine. It's mine. You know the whole racial thing?
We're always having to, like, sneak around.
I know. It's so hot.
Someone sneaking around got you into. Relax. He'll be here.
When he wants something.
Leave the girl alone.
I'm just letting her know what she's getting into.
She's in love.
Spare me.
I hate men.
Shrewsbury.
Men are pigs.
Oh, you don't mean that, Katherine.
All men are pigs.
Okay, what did Petruchio do this time?
He's a man, isn't that enough?
Every guy you date?
That's because every guy I date is a pig.
Face it, Katie, the only reason you fight with all these men is for the makeup sex afterwards. Not that I blame you.
Julia, don't listen to these two.
You order a type of thing?
Excuse me,
Yeah.
a straw would be nice.
What would you like this, Katherine?
A glass of wine.
Maybe you should
Come
come back
on.
with alcohol, Katherine.
You should show up soon. I'm gonna kill myself.
What's your problem?
Her young man didn't show up.
Count your blessings.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, girl after my own heart. High five.
What am I gonna do?
For one thing, you're gonna stop mooning around over this. What's his name?
Romeo.
Romeo. You're kidding.
What's in a name? A name by any other name should smell like sweet.
Who told you that?
He did.
Before or after he put his hand on your dress.
You want this Romeo of yours to take you seriously?
Yes, with all of my heart.
Tell him to take a hike.
Excuse me?
Tell him to get lost. Tell him to take a long walk up a short pier.
Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Don't listen to these two.
Men only want one thing, and as soon as they get it, they'll want it from someone else.
Oh, it's not only men.
I took it that was directed at me.
Well, it is common knowledge that after you married King Henry, well,
I was doing House Royal Court.
I wouldn't put it quite that way.
You wouldn't put it anyway.
As an example of what I'm talking about, take Petruchio, please.
How can you talk like that about the man you're about to marry?
Who said I was going to marry him?
But your father has announced the date of your forthcoming marriage.
My father just wants me out of the house. I could be marrying a goat for all he cares.
But once a marriage has been announced...
My father said I was going to marry Petruchio. I didn't say I was going to marry him.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Don't be. That's the man's job. It's your job to keep him that way.
I was tall.
Remember, it's not the destination that counts, it's the journey. Men love journeys. You just have to keep remembering to move the goalposts.
Nonsense. Othello and I are perfectly happy.
Really.
Really.
What have you heard?
She hasn't heard anything because there's nothing to hear.
What have you heard?
Well, I don't want to gossip.
It's only Gotham. Handsom's back. She's sitting right here.
Petruchio told me that Iago told him that there's trouble in paradise.
Iago doesn't know what he's talking about. There's no such thing.
If you say so.
What's she talking about?
Nothing.
Listen, it's just us girls, Des.
Well, Othello's been acting strange lately.
Like, how strange?
He keeps
What's
questioning
strange?
me all the time.
Does he think you're fooling around?
No, of course not.
Are you fooling around?
No, how could you think such a thing?
Well, if you're not, you should be.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Don't you tell this impressionable child she's been having promiscuous relationships?
I'm telling her just the opposite. If Othello was still pursuing you, he wouldn't be accusing you of sleeping with other men.
I never said he accused me of...
He'd be competing with them.
He's just showing an inordinate amount of interest in a handkerchief of mine, that's all.
A handkerchief?
Yes, a handkerchief. I lost a handkerchief and he keeps questioning me about it.
What, is he freaky for nose linen?
Where is he?
Forget him.
But I can't.
Listen to me. He's not the only fish in the sea. Look at you. You're young. You're pretty. You just got to make sure that as far as you're concerned, it's raining men.
But won't he like lose interest or something?
Au contraire, my dear. Au contraire. It'll be really interesting. Really, really interesting. It's called competition. It's called let's see whose is bigger.
Oh, false pretenses can only end in disaster.
False, true, they're all pretenses and they all end in disaster. When the ship goes down, you just have to make sure you're the one in the lifeboat.
I could never live that way.
Well, Petruchio would never accuse me of having an affair.
Why not?
Because he's too busy trying to get me into bed.
You mean you and Petruchio aren't?
That's right.
Then what do you do?
I said Petruchio and I aren't. I didn't say I wasn't.
Go, girl.
Don't listen to these two.
Well, maybe they're right. Maybe I should start seeing other boys. That'll show Romeo.
Relationships are built on trust. Do you want to end up like her?
Don't you forget, I was once Queen of England.
And what are you now?
Well, when I lived, I really lived. Not like you, all petite and proper, spending life in little fortfuls. You listen to Katherine. No man will ever rule her.
You bet your ass. People call me a shrew, and worse. Well, if I'm such a shrew, why is Petruchio still hanging around? Come on, Desdemona, you're the expert on love and marriage. Why didn't Petruchio leave long ago if I'm such a shrew?
Well, maybe he sees beyond your exterior. Maybe he sees the real you.
First of all, I've got a great exterior. Second of all, he hasn't gotten beyond first of all.
You can't really believe that.
As soon as he gets his hands on this exterior, he'll be wanting to get his hands on every other exterior. And posterior, he can.
If you have such low opinion about Petruchio, why do you care if he stays around or doesn't stay around?
It's my business.
You love him.
Don't be ridiculous.
Do you love him?
It's unimportant.
How could you say love is unimportant?
Love is a weakness, especially in a woman. It makes you vulnerable, and I will never be vulnerable again.
But you'll never know true happiness.
If it means I'll never have to walk in any man's shadow again, it's a trade-off I'll gladly make.
I can never do that.
Wait till you come home someday and find lipstick on Romeo's tunic, and it isn't yours.
Romeo wouldn't do that.
He's a man, isn't he?
That's why I never wait around for any man to ever cheat on me. If lipstick was going to be showing up on any tunics, I made sure it was mine.
And it usually was.
Is this cake for you?
Oh my gosh, it's from him.
What does it say?
It says, my love, my bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is a weak glory into thee. For the love and are infinite. Oh my gosh, isn't he wonderful?
he wants to see you, let him make the trip.
And make sure it's long and arduous.
You go. You're making a big
Oh,
mistake.
Des, I must go.
Then go.
Thank you. I must leave. We must part in such sweet sorrow, until goodbye. It'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You two should be ashamed of yourselves.
The girl's got a room and she's getting into.
She's in love.
What's love got to do with it?
Come on, you guys remember the first time you fell in love? How utterly wonderful?
How old are you?
Well, I still feel that way about Othello. I remember the first time I laid eyes on him. And I know you feel that way about Petruchio. I can tell.
You're a very sick woman.
What about you? When you first saw Henry, what did you see?
A fat stomach and all the wealth of England.
You must have loved him a little bit.
I wish I thought of Harley as myself as you do.
And I feel sorry for you.
Don't. I never did anything I didn't want to do. Anything.
Give it to her.
Thanks lots.
Hey, Kate.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in love?
What? Why, yeah. There was the warlock more happy than I am. Everyone said it was the match made in hell. He had big ears, big fangs, skin like rabbit flesh. Man, he was hot.
Didn't work out.
Call him grown.
I rest my case.
Did he break your heart?
If I had one, he would have broken it. I think turned it to a toe.
A toad? Really? You're gonna have to teach me how to do that.
Look at the time. I have to get going.
Oh, yes, me too.
Could we drop you anywhere?
Yeah. I'll be happier soon. I'm sure I could find someone to take me home.
And I despair for you.
You sure you don't want to stay around for another fabulous sauce blood?
No, I gotta go. I told Othello I'd make his perfect dish.
What a coincidence. I told Petruchio I'd throw his favorite dish at him.
Oh, nothing.
Kate, I know you. You tell me. It's something about my friends, isn't it? You've seen something in their futures.
Yes. A pure wave of jealousy.
Pure rage of jealousy? What happened in a pure rage of jealousy?
Her husband.
Desdemona's?
Yes.
What happens?
Her husband strangled her to death.
Oh no!
Yes. And for Miss Julia.
Juliet? What happened to Juliet?
Through a terrible misunderstanding.
Yes?
It was tragic.
What's so tragic?
She would take her own life.
Oh no. Did you hear anything about Katherine?
And Miss Katherine,
Oh
that's the
no.
worst face of all.
Oh no. That's worse than strangulation and suicide.
She was married for taking.
Oh no! Oh, the barbarity!
She will clean the house.
Oh, the horse!
She will wash his clothes.
No, no.
She will clean up behind him. And then she will iron his clothes.
Oh, poor Katherine.
But she will fight him continually.
That's our Kate.
And the fight would lead into incredible makeup stuff. My goodness.
There's a cloud to every silver. There's a silver line to every cloud, isn't there?
Yes, incredible makeup that turned ended into a dozen screaming breaths.
Oh no! Poor Katherine.
Well, you right.
Ladies. There's a lesson to be learned from these tales of dear Desdemona, lovely Juliet, and outspoken Katherine. Men are great accessories. Sometimes they're even necessary. But take it from someone who's been there. Don't ever lose your head over one.